So guys, what's going on? Guys, you know what a fight that I would think would be a dynamite fight that I would love to watch? Terence Crawford with Keith Thurman. I've always wanted to see that fight. I just don't know why. I think their styles would gel, and I think it would be a great fight. And I think, personally, I think that's a great fight right now. I think that's a great fight to make. I think Keith Thurman's got nowhere to go. Keith Thurman is saying that I could wipe out Spence, Crawford, and all of them, right? So if Keith Thurman is that confident, right? If Keith Thurman genuinely thinks he could wipe out Spence, Crawford, and he wants to come back to the top, take the fight with Crawford. Keith Thurman's in a situation where he's not world champion anymore. He got beat by Pacquiao. He needs to come back with a bang, and the Crawford fight is a great fight for him. You know, I actually think the Brook fight, people know that Brook's past his best. He may be able to put up a decent fight, a better fight than what Khan did against Crawford, but I don't think Brook is as good as Thurman at this point. I think Thurman still has a lot left. Even though I think that hunger is gone, it's not the same after the injury he suffered. I still think Thurman's got enough left to give Crawford a really tough fight. And I think a lot of you will agree with me that you would prefer to see the Thurman fight over the Brook fight. You know, although Brook wants to fight, I don't think a lot of the boxing fans really want to see that fight, and they won't be really excited about it. I think the Thurman fight, I think that's a great fight. I think if Thurman can get back to even 80, 70, 90% of him, Thurman can box, Thurman can fight, Thurman can punch, that's a hard fight for Crawford. Thurman can move, because let's not forget, Brook and Khan came before Thurman. So they've had longer careers, even though Brook's not really fought the high level. Those two have had a long career, Brook and Khan. So they're not that fresh, whereas Thurman's still fresh. Although Thurman, Brook, and Khan were at one point seen as the top welterweights, these three. Remember, Paulie Malignaggia hailed these three as the best welterweights out there. Brook and Khan have been around longer. So Thurman's still fresh. Although Thurman's probably going on to the other side himself, Thurman's still fresh. So for me, Thurman and Crawford is a dynamite fight. Dynamite fight. And I want to see it. I think Crawford would probably pick him apart at the end. But you never know. If Thurman can catch him, Thurman's a good boxer. Thurman's got good legs. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. Very good fight. And I think especially Thurman's in a position where he's in the Who Needs Me club. He's not world champion. You know, Spence and that are not looking at Thurman for a fight. But Crawford needs fights. And I'm pretty sure Bob Arum and Crawford will look to make that fight. If Thurman comes forward and says, I want to fight Crawford. Because you've got to understand, all of these guys, you know, Danny Garcia's matched up with with Spence. Right? Pacquiao might be matched up with Garcia, right? It leaves Thurman and Porter. Porter may find himself in a fight, right? It leaves Porter, Thurman, and Crawford. But Thurman, right? I would prefer to see Thurman, Crawford. I think that's a brilliant fight. I think you got two boxers. I think you got one big welterweight in Thurman. I think you got a genius in Crawford. I think it makes for a great fight. I want to see that fight. Generally want to see that fight. I think that fight would be a great fight for both guys at this point in their career. Thurman can win. Thurman's putting himself back at the top, even in a better position than he was in, because he would just be beating one of the pound for pound guys. Right? If Crawford wins, he would have that solid name at welterweight that people said that he hasn't got. So it's a win-win for both people. It's a win-win for both, I think. I think Crawford-Thurman is a dynamite fight. Dynamite fight. And I hope they can make that fight happen. What do you guys think? Is that a fight that you guys want to see? Would you prefer that fight over the Brook fight? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. See you guys in the next video.